Hi, I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on channel masking in Photoshop, and we're going to use channel masking to make a selection of the girl and all her hair. Channel masks are really good for something like this because hair is so difficult to select with all of the strands and like sort of getting some of, making it see-through in here. Um, the the best images for a channel mask have contrast. So if this hair was on a very dark background, then it really wouldn't be a great choice to do masking on. It'd be really difficult actually to do that. But this should come out fairly good because she's on a very light background, or a white background actually. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the channels panel here, and we're going to look for the channel that has the most contrast. And you can see like the red usually doesn't. Green is better, and blue is definitely the best. So what we're going for here is a complete silhouette of the hair and her, and then the white in here and in the background. So if I go ahead and mess with this channel, it's going to mess up my picture because I need these channels to produce the RGB composite that makes all the color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of the blue channel, and I'm going to right click it, I'm going to duplicate it, I'm going to name it the mask, and I'm going to click OK, and then this is the channel that we're going to be doing everything on here so we don't mess up our image. So I'm not going to start on the hair, I'm actually going to start on her and work to make her a complete silhouette, and then I can sort of adjust levels to get the hair. And I'm just going to use the quick select tool and kind of just run over some of her body here. I've got her shoulders, her face, this arm, kind of like clicking around a little bit, her hands. Okay, so I've got a good selection up in here. I'm not concerned about that because it's really easy to get. Now I want to take these two parts out. So I'm going to option click in here. That's fairly easy, and I'm going to option click in there, and then you can see that I have my girl selected. So I come over here, and I have my default colors. You can hit D on the keyboard to get your defaults, and black is in the background. So I'm going to fill this with black, and I'm going to do that by Command Delete, and she's going to be completely black now. And I'm going to now deselect her. And so I'm going to be cleaning this up later a little bit, you'll see. And now what I want to do is I want to grab my paintbrush. I'm going to swap my colors. I'm going to hit X on the keyboard, and then I'm going to make my paintbrush a little smaller with the left delete key, left bracket key. And this area here, I know I want it. It's her head, so it's not, I can go ahead, and I don't need like all of this. I don't want any of that to be like haloed as it is. So I just sort of clean that up. I can maybe clean up a little bit here. There's a little bit of edge work here that I'm not really that jazzed about, but I'm not gonna mess with it right here. I'm gonna mess with that afterwards. So the next thing that I need to do is I need to make sure that this black out here, the hair, is just as nice and black as this is. And I'm going to do that, I'm going to go to Image, and I'm going to go to Adjustments, and I'm going to go to Levels. I'm going to make a Levels adjustment. With the Levels adjustment dialog box, what I can do is I can add a bunch of black by moving this slider, and you can see the sort of the black growing. See how the black is kind of going in there and it's filling in a lot of the hair. What I can also do is I can also add a lot of white, and so what I'm also doing here is I'm dropping some of the white back where I needed to maybe clean it up in here or something like that. So at this point I've added a lot of black and I've added a lot of white. I can also shift the midtones if that's going to help. So you can see that if I move the midtone slider over, I'm getting more and more hair. Now you don't want to be crazy like this because you see how it gets very clumpy here and it doesn't look very good. It looks sticky. It looks like she's got like mud in her hair or something like that, and that's not good either. So we want to pull that back, just so that the ends don't look like she's got some kind of like weird hair mask on or something like that. Anyway, so this is pretty good, right? So I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and we're going to go ahead and go with this. Okay, so I'm going to make a selection. I can make a selection pretty easily by command clicking on the channel. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn everything back on by clicking right here, right in the middle, not on the not on the thumbnail, not on the title, just but right here. And it's good because it turns this off and it turns everything back on again, which is what I want. I'm going to go back over to layers, and I'm going to go ahead and just make my layer mask down here. Okay, so I go ahead and click it. Now you can see that's the opposite of what I wanted. It's not really a huge deal, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get my properties panel open. And the properties panel, I can access some of the properties of this mask. So first of all, I want to invert my selection so that it's her and not the background. And you can see what a great job it kind of did already with the mask.